Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. So today's agenda is I'm going over to my buddy Alex and Michael's house right now. They are both part of the second gen Integra group that I'm in out here. It's called the AZ Second Gens. And Alex is doing some work to his car. He's got his is a 4-door. I want to say it's like a 90 or 91. So his motor was dumping out on him. It was Alice VTEC. He's had it built B20 block to do a B20 VTEC build on for a while now. He just was waiting for time and a reason to do it, and now that his motor pretty much took a dump on him, it sounds like the perfect time. So what we're gonna be doing today, or what I'm gonna be doing today, is heading over there and shaving it. There's a few of you OG guys on here that actually are here for the second gens and not necessarily so much each video. Appreciate both of you. But you guys may remember Alex from a few of the meets that I've been to, and this is a 4-door I was just talking about. So rest of the car, pretty minty, nice and low. All the fancy goodies, MPC drop forks and all that stuff. So he already went ahead and got all the prep work done, cleaned everything up because he's going balls deep on this engine bay, paint, shave, tuck, all that stuff. I mean, it was already tucked. So pretty much what I'm going to be doing, if you guys don't already know what shaving is you see, for whatever reason, there is an excess of holes everywhere. Firewall, engine bay, or shock towers and core support. Some of them are of use, so just like I did, I recommended he keep all the threaded holes because, I mean, obviously coming up here, these are for the fenders. Coming along here, these 3 are for the headlight mounting points, radiator tabs and such. But you never know, if anybody is like me, you're constantly changing your setup or maybe adding something, you need an extra ground or running a catch can in a different location or something. So you never know when you're gonna need a threaded hole, and it's easier to keep the factory ones and do like a thread insert or something. So we're leaving these threaded inserts, or the threaded holes, a few on the core support here. This is for like the headlight adjustment and stuff. But the rest of it that is not marked, like these up here, these are all getting shaved. This is normally your harness routing location, so these square holes are usually where you have your arrowhead zip ties sitting. That's all getting shaved. We're making little cutouts with some sheet metal to fill this, and the other side over there. And yeah, basically just welding it shut. Weld it shut, grind it flat, paint it, and that is shaved and good to go. Looks good, looks mint. And then while we're in here, there's a few spots that he needed touched up. Right here, he got a little banger, so kind of pushed in a bit. So gonna end up stitching that up to strengthen it, as well as here started to split a little bit. And then another thing that I like to do, just chassis rigidity, and it just looks sick, is do a bit of stitch welding here. That basically just strengthens the chassis, so you don't need to run like strut bars and stuff. My Integra is freaking stitch welded up front as well, and the car feels super solid. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and slap the GoPro on. Try something new, Every time I film welding, I usually just do 1 or 2 seconds with this thing, but I don't want to burn out my lens or my sensor, so I'm gonna slap my GoPro on because I don't care about that, because it's like 4 years old, and we'll try and get some actual point of view welding footage, and that should hopefully look pretty sweet. And then for any of you guys wondering what welder I am using, I'm using the titanium MIG 140 from good old Harbor Freight, and just a bottle of MIG mix 2575, and yeah, that'll be that. So let's get started. Here how it's popping really bad. Yeah, it's seam sealer. Yeah, it's inevitable because it's...
Oh, you know what? There is a little bit in there still on the top.
Well, you can't get all of it because it's under the seam as well. And obviously with welding, you're penetrating. Right. So it'll pop and look ugly until it penetrates, and then it kind of solidifies.
Yeah, that's what I heard. The seam sealer likes to pop and push on shit.
Like I said, you wanted to fill these bigger holes, so like this top one here, this side piece here, we're going to be just filling that, trying to fill it smooth and filling this hole. And the way we're doing that is we're using cardboard as templates, and then using the cardboard, we just trace it out here on the sheet metal. This is like 18 gauge or 16, and then just using tin snips to trim it up, and then I'll just go ahead and tack it in place, make a bead around it, and then once the bead is laid, they can grind it down and then throw some body filler over it to really smooth it out. And that is how you fill these big ones. So got this half of the engine bay done, got the core support done, so I'm working on the right side frame rail and shock tower, and then a few holes in the firewall, and then that'll be solid. Alright, so I don't know what the last clip entitled or how long ago it was, but this is about 7 hours in total from start to finish. Everything is done. I just finished up the last couple welds, so completely shaved back here every hole, made a plate to block off the reservoir for the washer fluid. That's where that goes. This obviously needs to be open for access to the corner signal and stuff, and for the loom to come through. We had flattened out and welded shut these pieces here where the reservoir sits, because he has his own coolant overflow. We made plates with to block that off, to block the top off, to block the side piece off there, and the side piece off there, and this square rectangle, whatever there. Also the cruise control cable there. And what else did we do? Yeah, I think that's all the plates that we made. These two are getting filled later with Bondo because this spot's all wrinkled from body damage. But yeah, all in all, stitch welded and shaved. So now just probably a dick ton of grinding. So that's gonna be for these guys though.
Yes, sir.
So guys, engine bay is good to go. As I was leaving there, we're already starting to work on shaving it down, like grinding it down. So the process after that is basically take a flapper wheel and a belt sander and grind everything totally flat, or as flat as you can get it. And you're gonna have little pinholes, you're gonna have little crevices, and then that's where the fun part of using some body filler comes in. So a little tedious process for sure, but it's got to get done. It's going to look super good when it's done. So like I said, today it took about 7 hours of just welding, give or take a few breaks here and there and some lunch. So more or less 5.5 hours of actual consistent labor. It's very tedious, it's very time consuming, and we shaved just about every single hole. There's even a bunch of threaded holes that he knew he was not going to use. He didn't intend on switching engine series, going from a B series to a K series or anything, so he was sure he wasn't going to need them. So that made a lot more work for me, but that's okay. It's gonna look great. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully the camera angles came out good. I'll have to check them on the GoPro. But if you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, go hit that subscribe button or wait till after this. At the outro, there will be a button there. And be on the lookout. I'm working on designing some new stickers soon and hopefully maybe some shirts you guys have been asking for a while. Anyways, guys, do what you love, forget about the rest, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.